Hi, and welcome to my first video review. Shadow of War is a direct continuation of Shadow of Mordor. It comes back with its fluid Arkham-style combat and with our beloved Nemesis System, but this time it's immensely improved and is full of new features and tricks. Graphically, the game looks great, but not something you would be wowed about. Some of the textures look low-res, especially when playing on a PS4 Pro on a 4K TV. But given the fast-paced nature of the game and 60 frames per second, I believe it's a given, though that's not an excuse for the developers. The game is ambitious when it comes to content, that it throws so many things at you so fast that you lose track of your main objective. There are so many things going around in the map. There were many instances where I was headed for a certain quest or object, but in the end found myself chasing something else, or fighting a war chief to build my army, or weaken the enemy base, or taking vengeance for my friends. There are enemy bases to take over, shadow of the past challenges to take, weapon and armor challenges, armies to build, siege upgrades, online vendettas, side quests, monsters to tame, and much more. The world in Shadow of War is not a single huge open world, rather it is split into 5 satisfactory well-designed and beautiful open areas. There are Gondorian artifacts to collect, memories to unlock, to reveal some of the backstories, weapon and new gears to be found as well. The Nemesis system, which made the first game great, is back and is a huge part of the game, or rather it is the biggest aspect of the game and what makes it stand out from the crowd of action role-playing games around. The enemies remember you, and this time they know and adapt to your tricks and strategies. They come back for vengeance and grow stronger in strength and rank up when they defeat you. They remember what you've done to their friends as talk goes around. I've made brothers fight each other to death, made captains betray war chiefs, and ashamed and deranged many overlords, making them go insane sometimes. You can start duels, give death threats, reveal weaknesses, give training orders to your followers, and even have pit fights among them. Or just simply head on to fight an enemy orc and surprise yourself without revealing his weaknesses beforehand. Simply put, it is the most engaging and distinctive aspect of the game. The game can be unforgiving at times as enemies will ambush you in big numbers. There are times where you will find yourself fighting 3 or 4 captains and swarm of orcs with a drake in the skies and grogs and caragors on the ground. It's chaotic but fun to engage yourself in these situations. Every area has its own fort with its own overlord and his army. You can kill off the captains and the war chiefs or dominate them to side with you in defeating and conquering the area by overthrowing the current overlord. You can fill the army voids with your followers and command them to infiltrate the enemy base or ambush other enemy captains to weaken the war chiefs and betray them. When the fort is yours, you can upgrade its defenses and even declare war on other online players. And they can wage war on you, but it's not gonna make any difference to their actual in-game force, except you will get rewards if you win. The game splits into its main story and some side stories, which are interesting and immersive, such as Bruce's story or Karna nonetheless. Progressing through them will unlock a set of new skills, which are only available by completing these side story quests, so I recommend doing them as they make the game more fun and give you more ways to play and conquer your enemies. Me and my friends found ourselves having different optional skills unlocked, thus having a unique strategy and different techniques of tackling these enemies in the game. Each skill has 3 or 2 optional upgrades where you can unlock all but can only have one activated at a time. You can also collect different gears for your character with different attributes and effects. There are also 3 types of gem, each giving you 3 different choices, such as gaining much more health when draining enemies or getting more XP when killing them. Let's talk about the microtransactions. To be honest, I didn't bother going through them that much. Main reason is the time that it takes to open one chest is ridiculous, that it made me not open the other 10 that I had. Currency to buy normal chests can be obtained by killing enemies that are marked with a white arrow on the map, or you can destroy some of the gear that you have or you don't want. Also, you can get chests and currency from community and daily challenges respectively, so no issues there. These chests are not necessary and will take away the most fun parts of the game. You can deploy these high-level followers in areas where the strongest enemy orc is 20 levels below your follower. You can use the training orders you get from the chest to make your followers even stronger, and also you can get double XP for a certain time to level up faster. This can help you with your pit fights and endgame, but to be honest, pretend they don't exist and enjoy the game like I did, unless if you're one of those guys who will buy the whole class unlock in Battlefield to have everything at the hand and have an easy and boring way out, because The fun is in unlocking stuff as you progress through. I don't know why you want to buy the whole class or just buy these chests and make the game boring for yourself. Regarding the shadow wars at the end, and what people call a grind, and the game forces you to buy these chests, all you have to do is just let them take over the fortress and then you can claim it back easily, or rather just sit through these 20 defenses or wave surviving missions just to get the true ending. That's a shame. Overall, this game is a must if you're a fan of The Lord of the Rings, which I'm not, to be honest. But what makes me want to play this game is not its graphics or its original score or even its story, but rather its gameplay. It's a very fun game to play, tackling these evolving orcs and slashing them in these slowly animated scenes, chasing them when they flee from battle to dominate them or kill them. Even though it's a single player experience beside the small vendetta missions and online conquest, the game is full of content and it's worth picking up. I give this game a rating of 8 out of 10. Thank you.